Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. Apparently, there was a cyber attack that happened in America. Is our crypto safe or not? Plus, of course, we have to talk about all the AI tokens that have been pumping like crazy and a multitude of other things. First and foremost, my daughter called me a booty head this morning, and that's why we're all booty heads in the chat, just because it's funny. She's super ridiculous, and last night we were at dinner, because we had to go to dinner. Yesterday was super crazy. Like yesterday, her darn teacher sent them home. First off, they have early days on Wednesday. Her teacher sent them home with homework. They had open house. Then I get an email from the school saying there's a performance at the open house, which nobody told any of the parents because I checked in the group chat. And then I thought we didn't have dance, but we had dance. It was a 2-hour dance practice. It was a hot mess yesterday. So I wanted to go get food, because I'm going to be gone. My daughter's going to be doing something with her dad's side of the family. And I'm going to be gone this weekend because we're going to Karate Combat to Mexico City. So if you guys have not downloaded the Karate Combat app, you need to, because it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. All the influencers are fighting. I'm not fighting. They told me that $2 million was too high to ask for. I would never really participate in a fight because I learned to fight for actual self-protection because people are doing mean things to me. So I learned how to fight, and then I got confidence to tell them, don't touch me. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I told them $2 million, and they don't want to pay me $2 million, which is fine. But it was kind of a joke, but kind of serious, because what I would do with that $2 million, I would take obviously 50% for taxes, $500,000 to the self-care lab, get them a really big gym, and then $500,000 to my sister, who is a widow, who is lost the father of her child, to get her a house so she never has to worry again. Okay, so that's what I would do. But they couldn't do that, which is fine. But if somebody pays me $2 million, I'll get in the ring with anybody. Man, woman, professional MMA fighter, don't care. Get my behind beat, don't care. I can hold my own though. Anyways, though, if you guys haven't downloaded the Karate Combat app, you need to. It is an HBAR project, super amazing. It's going to be a great time, great event. I digress. So anyways, back to my daughter. So we're in the restaurant because I wanted Italian food, which is not my mom's Italian food. Someone just called me non-dateable, which is so funny, because I don't want to be dateable at all. Because apparently men ask women to go 50-50 now. Do they? That's crazy. Like, never in my life. Like, and I'm not somebody like, give me. But I do believe in traditional gender roles. But anyways, my daughter, her and Dee are playing at the table, and I start filming, and she reverse Unos me at the table. She's so smart and horrible at the same time. And I love my little stink. And she's like, you're recording me. I says, I'm not recording you, but I was recording them. Because they were playing a cute little hand game. So anyways, and I says, yeah, mommy told a fib. And she's like, do you believe in God or Jesus, mom? And I said, because I knew what she was going to do. She was going to start preaching me the 10 commandments, because I tell her, like, you're breaking the 10 commandments when she tells a fib and stuff like that. But anyways, absolutely ridiculous. But we're going to talk about what's going on, because there's a lot of cuckoo-ness happening, a lot of craziness happening. We've got like 200 people in here, 42 likes. TikTok is 46. You guys need to get it up. But we're all booty heads, and I just try to be fun and stuff like that. Wendy versus Rand. Yeah. Rand is a dodo. I just, this is the thing, you guys. I have patience for dodo-ness from men, but they have to be musicians. If you're a musician, if you're a music man, I've got my patience for you, because y'all are special. But any other sector, no, thank you. So I bicker with them. And also too, I had to get a new foundation because the one I've been using for like the last 2 years, they discontinued it. And this is the second time it's happened. So I don't know if this one's good or not. I might have to get a darker color. I don't know. Anyways, let's get straight into the news. That's why you guys are here. You're not here to hear about my personal life. But honestly, one of the things that sets this channel apart is that I do talk about my personal life, because I think it's just so boring to talk about crypto all the time. Anyways, let's take a look at what's happening. All kinds of cuckoo stuff. So apparently, from Mario, my other co-host from Killer Whales, update: widespread cell outage hits the U.S. In what could be possibly a cyber attack on the U.S., outages are being reported across multiple services providers, including AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and U.S. Cellular. So apparently, this is from Down Detector. Did you guys feel any outages? Any? And if you did, I want to know about it. I want to know what happened. Also, too, my friend Jacob Canfield, I think it was him. He posted on Twitter. He says, yeah, because we had the Solana phone and we were actually able to use it. It was working during this outage. And I think now Solana Mobile dropped their phone at probably one of the best times. Because if you're going to get cell phone reception when there's a cyber attack going on with a crypto phone, why not have it in case of emergency? Seriously, honestly, you really need to think about that. Because God forbid there's an emergency. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? But anyways, I wonder how Helium Mobile did. If any of you guys have Helium Mobile and you're able to use that, if it's even live yet, I don't know because I don't use it. I want to know. Like, I feel like crypto phones may be the way to go for God forbid there's an emergency. Because especially with those of us that have kids, or we have maybe a family member that's elderly, like if we're taking any caretaker, whether you have kids, a family member you're taking care of, or you're in healthcare, I think it's going to be crucial to have. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these crypto phones kind of maintain, in my personal opinion. But let's go ahead and read some of the news over here. So it impacted AT&T customers the most. AT&T is absolute trash, by the way. Users of other, and all these companies, all these conglomerates, is that what it is? But all these major corporations and companies are all a monopoly and they're all scumbags. I digress. Users of other providers also reported disruptions. I was sleeping. For AT&T down detectors, heat map shows population centers including Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, ATL are among those facilitating the highest number of outages. Issues with calls, texts, and internet access, with most reports indicating no service or no signal. Also reports of difficulties with 911 service, and that's the scary part. And that's why I'm telling you, like, maybe it's going to be important to get a Solana phone or any crypto phone that works. And I don't know. Again, I don't know if they were working or not. But that's the thing that's scary to me is, like, God forbid 911. And also, too, I had a friend that had an emergency maybe about a year ago, and I had to call 911 for them, and they wouldn't send a unit out. And it was impossible to get through to anybody. It was scary. So I don't know what the heck is happening. But anyways, San Francisco Fire Department said the outage was impacting people's ability to reach 911. AT&T did not offer an explanation. They should be forced to offer an explanation, okay? Because not only do we pay for the service, but they need to give an explanation. And that just goes to show that there's so much it's a nasty power struggle happening. But anyways, the outage lasted a few hours and all services have now been reportedly resumed. According to a weather person in Oklahoma, solar flare hit around the same time as the outage begun. Solar flare is an explosion on the sun that happens when energy is stored in certain magnetic fields released. In a matter of just a few minutes, the heat material to millions of degrees to produce radiation across electromagnetic spectrum from radio waves to X waves and gamma waves. A side note over here, okay? This one's important. In 2021, WEF posted a video that explains how a cyber attack with CV-like characteristics would spread faster and further than any biological V. They said that the only way to stop a CV cyber threat would be to fully disconnect millions of vulnerable devices from one another and fully from the internet. They said in a single day without the internet could cost global economies over $50 billion. Downtime would also affect essential services like healthcare and transport. And that to me is scary. That to me is super, super scary. And again, I'm thinking about the people that are ill, the people that need help, etc., people that are on maybe life support or on devices that require certain things. So that's scary to really, really think about. So this is just another friendly reminder. If you do not have a go bag, if you do not have an emergency bag or a backup plan, heck, even a landline, I don't know, you should consider that. It's something you should definitely consider. But how does my makeup look? How does my face look? How does this foundation look? It's super lightweight, which is nice because the other one is super thick. How do we do? But yeah, if you have Solana or Helium, were you able to use those phones in the process? Yes or no? Yes or no? And then the analytics, the stream settings, I can't even see the analytics here for YouTube. It's being cuckoo. Klopp said, satellites aren't supposed to be microwaves. I don't know. That's just what the news story said. I made money on AGX last year, I think. Woo. Starlink Elon phone. Woo. We need drama show based off O's live. I know, mine's a ghetto mess. Were you impacted by the outage? 74% said no, so that's good. Shout out to the O Army. But really quickly, two things. A couple things we have to talk about before we get going here. First and foremost, yesterday when I made the video about Solana, Cardano, people are so pressed and so mad. And I think this is what happens. And this is why we talk about do not marry your bags, because if you become that toxic when you cannot hear somebody's entire segment on something and you're just attacking, you're not going to make it. Okay. That means you're way too overexposed. I like Cardano. I've got a bag of ADA. I've got ADA NFTs. I've used those dexes. Like, there's quite a bunch of building happening. You can check with GitHub as far as the stories with the wallet addresses on Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, or whatever platform or whatever crypto project. Those don't matter to me because you can have 10 different devices with 10 different MetaMask accounts with 100 different wallet addresses with the same person. So that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is a TVL and what's actually being built. And Cardano is doing that, in my personal opinion. We don't see it talked about as much as some of the other stuff, which is fine. But again, somebody was like, Wendy, Cardano is not going to beat Matic. It's not going to be Matic because they do two separate things. As far as I know, Cardano is a layer 1 and Matic is a layer 2. So if you guys don't have basic comprehension skills, I don't know what to tell you. But the comments are funny. Me and Dee were reading them last night. We're just laughing. We're like, what's wrong with you people? But just because I talk about something funny doesn't mean I have a problem with the project. Like, I hold Cardano, I hold Matic, Solana, all that type of stuff. Okay. Now let's get into the next story. I just had to say that because I like to clap back at you guys. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with crypto. Oh my God, everything's pumping. Everything's okay. Oh my God. We talked about yesterday, like, the potential pullback happening with Bitcoin. I said, don't worry, don't panic. Don't panic. And the reason why I told you not to panic, because we're in a bull market. We're in the very, very early stages of a bull market. And all these insane predictions of these crazy corrections, yes, we can have a correction before the halving. Yes, we can pull back significantly. But at the same time, we are in a very, very bullish trend. Render is a call that we made on the show, up 24.8%, AGIX 36.3%, FET 18%, Wild WorldCoin, which is a bad coin. Again, also too, you can actually trade this on CoinCatch. I went and I double checked, it's on there. But a lot of these you can trade there, okay? So the markets are doing totally fine. That's why I told you don't freak out. Don't freak out. Okay. I believe, in my personal opinion, I think we have about 18 months to 2 years of a bull market. That's coming. That's here. We're in the bull market, just the very early stages. Okay. We're here. Just because we have these corrections and these pullbacks and whatever, it's important to zoom out and look at areas of support and resistance. And that's what I talk to you guys a lot, because I don't want you to dump your bags, or I don't want you to make poor decisions or get the FOMO. That's why we talk about creating plans and sticking to them, or modifying if you need to. But really, when we take a look at Bitcoin, I'm going to go to one of the charts I don't have all marked up. Okay. Look at you guys. We're okay. Okay. We had a little bit of volatility yesterday. It's okay. This is going to happen. And yes, it does. And if you do take a look at the daily, it does look like we're topish here at about $53,000. We're holding on to that EMA strong, and it does look like we might lose it. So I would probably look for $50,000 to about $48,000 support. This is a nice area of support. That's what the indicators are telling me. However, that might not play out. And the reason why it might not play out, because we're in a darn bull run. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. If you are not bullish on the price of Bitcoin right now, on this setup, I don't know what to tell you. This is incredibly bullish to me. And what I talked about on that video yesterday, that's why you guys need to watch the 3:30 p.m. PST videos. We had a pump from 42.4 to 48.3. And the week after, 48.2 to 53,000 approximate. Okay, you guys, it would be nice to get some consolidation between 48 and 53 before we run up again. Okay, we saw a beautiful consolidation here at about $40,000 to about 44. And I talked about once that breaks, we're going to rock up, and that's what we're seeing happen again. So yes, on the lower time frames, it does look like we might get a little correction, and that's okay. We might move down to 48.1. That's okay. Maybe $50,000. But this range right here, it's a good range. I like it. I think it's fantastic. So if you all want to be brave and short the market or whatever it is, that's your business. But I'm just telling you, this is incredibly bullish in my opinion. And if you would like to trade with me, we are partnered with CoinCatch. You can trade some of the top cryptos there. Okay. If you sign up with my ref link, you do need to read the terms of services, and you shouldn't keep cryptocurrency there, not your keys, not your coins. And there is no KYC there. Okay. Use my ref link and you can support me and the channel. Hold on. Mixing just sent something from the war room. Hold on. Hold on one second. We got to see what he said. All right. Pharmacies nationwide report outages in wake of cyber attack. And this is from Fox Business. And that sucks. The pharmacy industry, again, that's where I worked when I worked in healthcare. The pharmacy industry is absolutely horrible. It's always been horrible. And that's really, really sad because there's a lot of people that are on medication that need to be on specific medications for who knows what, for different reasons. And cyber attacks are bad. They're not good. So hopefully crypto can actually solve this problem. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And Gamer said my makeup looks fine. It's not shiny. Maybe I need a shade darker though. I don't really have oily skin, honestly. But anyways, as is going on with Bitcoin, please use the CoinCatch ref link. Not your keys, not your coins, not your mom.com. And when you support me, support the channel. So again, these are just more images from the cell phone server outage. And F you, San Francisco. All right. Apparently the solar flare caused it. We're done with that. Okay. So this is from WEF from, I believe, 2000. And again, WEF, bad boys over there. We don't like them. But let's talk about crypto. Woo! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right. 1 billion wiped from avalanche, AVAX, in a day amid massive token unlock. Okay. AVX saw around, which is Avalanche, 1 billion worth of value leave its market cap yesterday. This happened right before the token unlock that happened earlier today. 365 million worth of locked up tokens were released and added to circulation. 4.5 million tokens transferred to team members, 2.25 million to strategic partners, 1.7 million to Ecosystem Development Foundation, and 1.13 million are earmarked for airdrops. Okay. I do want to take a look at Avalanche because I'm curious with price action because this is a very significant number. Let's go to the daily. It really didn't impact price too terribly much, but we did get it looks like Tuesday we were trading at $96 and we had to move down to about $88. And that's why it's important for you to pay attention to token unlocks because you might be able to pick some stuff up for a little bit cheaper. And the way that you would play that and the way that you would play Bitcoin correcting and whatnot, this is what I do. This is not investment advice, but what you can do or consider doing, you can consider setting limit orders in those ranges. Like for example, let's say, and I'm going to just give this to you hard and raw like this. Okay. So we got a swing wick high to 98. We've got a swing wick low here. What you can do, you can look and you can spot ranges. And this is just a lazy way of doing it. So basically you can look at this gnarly move up, or you could even mark down here at about $81. Okay. You can look for these big ranges over here. You can grab your fibs, go ahead and pull your fibs. Again, this is a lazy way. And then you can set limit orders in here if that's what you want to do. If you want to buy that dip. You can do that on CoinCatch as well. Anyways, that was Avalanche. 1 billion wiped from AVX in amid massive token unlock. And again, this is why when we talk about token unlocks, and I remind you guys, because if you're holding a project that you have not made a moon bag with, and it has a token unlock, there can be some volatility there. Next, Ondo Finance integrates tokenized treasuries onto aptos. So Ondo and aptos. Aptos is the latest chain to offer users access to Ondo's USDY. Let's talk about what this means and why this is important. Ondo Finance is a tokenized real-world asset platform. It has integrated its tokenized U.S. Treasury-backed product, USDY, onto Layer 1 Aptos. Okay, so I understand why they're calling it a real-world asset. So technically, a stock is not something tangible. It's not. But you can make it into a real world asset. When I hear the term real world asset, I think about Dee's guitar, where he got it from and how many different people he's had it with. Also, too, some of the guitars he's had stolen also. But that's like a way to track the stuff. Also, too, to track cell phones and all that stuff. Maybe to track luggage. I don't know. But that's what I think about with real world assets. But yeah, you can tokenize crap and put it on the blockchain and create an even bigger Ponzi than you had before. That works, too. Also, smash a light. Like Brian said, I worked out as pure guess that banter must cost about $1 million a month to run. Why? Why would they be? That's expensive to run. I don't know. Like me, I work out of my house. I maybe spent like $7,000 in gear, but that was a course of like 5 years. I don't know. People do what they want to do. I don't know. I want to always be in my house streaming because it's cozy here. All right, let's get back into the news. All right, let's read over here a bit. Let's read a bit over here. Okay. Aptos was founded by ex-Meta employees, and USDY is a token that is secured by short-term U.S. treasuries and bank demand deposits. See, to me, that just sounds like a Ponzi. Like the fact that people call crypto a Ponzi, but they wouldn't call something like that a Ponzi, I don't know what to tell you. It's like it's literally made from thin air. Both firms will explore solutions that combine on-chain and real-world assets yields onto Aptos. Ondo also has ties to BlackRock and Goldman Sachs. So that basically means this is a project that is here to stay. Let's talk about some more stuff. Polygon. And yes, you can go ahead and play with Polygon on CoinCatch, so use the ref link. Polygon Starkware tout new Circle Starks as breakthrough through 4 $0 proofs. We did a review for Bravos Wallet the other day. They partnered with us, which was fantastic, and I hope they partner with us again. If you want to participate in airdrops with Starkwave, you might want to check their wallet out. Their wallet's actually really cool, but anyways, that's your business. Let's go and read a little bit more of the story. So Polygon Labs and Starkwave are working together on Circle Stark's cryptographic proof. Circle Stark aims to accelerate the proving process for zero-knowledge rollups, enhancing scalability and efficiency. The new proofs are expected to finalize much faster, with a projected 7 to 10 time improvement. Collaboration brings together Polygon Matic, Starkware, and develop Starknet. What was it? Starkwave, Starknet? I don't know. There's all these Stark things over here. I don't know. Goal is to lower transaction fees and expand the range of applications. Release for Circle Stark is unspecified. White paper is available. So you can have fun reading that. I hate reading white papers, honestly. They just bother me. Don't like them. But whatever. So cool. So if you are... if you're excited about this, go check it out. If not, you don't have to. But now we're going to talk about the moment we've all been waiting for. Crypto Gamer he is going to get his flowers right now. AI-linked crypto tokens surge after NVIDIA's sees tipping point. AI tokens outperformed the CoinDesk 20 index as crypto traders bet on solid NVIDIA earnings and outlook. And the fact that the whole entire crypto market is tied to NVIDIA is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But let's talk about this. So NVIDIA, which is Nancy Pelosi's favorite stock, I think, beats quarter four earning expectations with earnings per share at $5.16 and revenue at $22.1 billion. They reported a 265% year-on-year increase in revenue amid rising global demand for AI equipment. Estimates were surpassed, contributing to a rise in equity markets and AI crypto tokens. Singularity's AGIX pumped 20%, FET 10%, Render 8%. And we saw over here on this page, they're pumping a lot harder than that in the last 24 hours. Overall, the market cap of AI token exceeds $16.5 billion per CoinGecko. NVIDIA forecasts quarter one revenue of $24 billion, surpassing analyst estimates. NVIDIA shares rise over 7% post-market trading. NVIDIA stock recently overtook Tesla stock. So cool. Again, more tech stuff. And this is more indication. And I'm putting out a video about later today. It might be a little bit old, but it's okay. It's still talking about, I'm going to just start dumping money into AI tokens because I want to make money. I want to make a lot of money as soon as possible. So I'm going to start dumping in AI. Is that a smart move? I don't know. Am I going to get wrecked? Possibly. Can I make a lot of money? Yep. Get in, make a moon bag, get out, rinse and repeat. But AI is not going anywhere. And also, one other thing I want to say is that right now it's so sad and unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of AI because I really think it's going to lead into UBI and more oppression. But I also do want to say that when we're talking about AI, I really think that AI is going to play a role in making people's lives easier. But what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing a lot of and we'll talk about that at the end of the show. Actually, I'm going to talk about it now because this is dumb. Okay. This right here, Google cancels woke Gemini image generator. In less than 24 hours after Google posits Gemini AI models image generation of people. Oh, TikTok stopped. Oh, well. Due to people's inaccuracies and ability to generate white people. So this is the thing. This is dumb. Like, I am all about giving different ethnicities, races, and cultures their flowers. But like when you're distorting history or when you're doing weird stuff like this, it's just weird. Like, it's just dumb. Like, you're essentially erasing history. So I think that that's just ridiculous. Like, why are we putting, like, why are instead of using AI to help people from different backgrounds living in poverty, why are we doing crap like this? And then why are we doing P images? Why are we doing P images of women and posting them on the internet without their consent? Okay, because it's not just going to be with women, it's going to end up happening to the babes too. So what I'm seeing AI being used for getting viral on the internet is disgusting and it is ridiculous. So let's not do that, please, because it's gross. Just weird to me. 500 people in here. Smack that like. Gamer says Aptos has been making fundamental news lately, even had the mobile Jamboree recently, something to keep an eye on. Gamer says keep an eye on Jamboree. If you have not done that, you're a booty head. So don't be a booty head. Listen to Gamer. He makes a lot of money and he drops a lot of alpha in the chat. Jeez Louise. He's kind of part of the show. All right. Tether. Uh-oh. This is drama. An announcement of announcement. Tether won't confirm or deny if it's dropping USDT on Tron. This is scary. If they do, Tron might be done. Let's talk about it. Tether didn't provide a definitive answer on whether or not it would cease support for the Tron network after Circle stopped minting USDC on the blockchain. Tether said Tether tokens are issued on several blockchains, which are simply transparent layers for such tokens. Tether retains the ability to freeze transactions on each directly supported transport layer to accomplish its compliance duties. Nevertheless, Tether actively monitors the safety of each one of the supported transport layers to ensure the highest standards for our community. Tron is home to over 51.8 billion USDT. That's over nearly half of 101 billion USDT tokens issued across multiple chains. So I don't think that they're going to stop their collaboration with Tron because that's really what this is. But if they do, Tron is done for. Really, really done for. So that's important to note. If you're holding Tron, you might want to consider that. The reason why I think Circle dropped Tron is because Tron has always had a really colorful history with the copy pasta from the Ethereum white paper, from Vitalik, like the Justin Sun stuff. So who knows? But if you're holding Tron, just kind of talk about that. But there was another story a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, that Tron is going to be doing some things on BRC20 with ordinals, etc. So that's exciting for the Tron community. But just be cautious about that. That's all. I do want to take a look at Tron because I haven't looked at Tron in a very, very long time. I don't want to look at the futures. Let's do we can do we'll do spot on Binance. Okay. So this is Tron. It's been a minute since we looked at Tron. What in the hell is going on here? This is Binance. Really? Okay, yeah, this is the right chart. I don't know what the hell is going on with Tron, but Tron has been sending like crazy and we're about ready to break all-time high on the weekly resistance area. So who knows? I don't know. This is crazy, man. I don't know what Tron's doing. I don't know what's going on in that ecosystem, but it looks like this thing is pretty healthy. Cuckoo, right? All right, now I got to talk some mess. We're going to talk some mess here about Elizabeth Warren. She's disgusting and she's a liar. Elizabeth Warren takes first pot shot at 2024 Massachusetts challenger Deaton. Okay. We're going to be shilling Deaton hard on the channel. Why? We'll talk about why. Number one, John is a friend of the channel. I really appreciate what he did. He helped about 75,000 XRP holders with an amicus brief to stand up to the injustice of the SEC litigating instead of actually creating clear rules for crypto companies to operate. And that was absolutely predatory. John, from the trailer that I saw, he worked in the healthcare industry to advocate and, helped clients. And that makes me happy. So he's a candidate that I would vote for 100%. He is going against Warren in the Senate. And the crypto community is supporting him, and that's good. That's what we need to do. We need to do better at supporting pro-crypto candidates that are coming into play. Because people like Elizabeth Warren, she's a senator in, where the hell is she? Rhode Island, Massachusetts, right? Sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. Yeah, Massachusetts. And now she's like talking about banning crypto, and she's trying to ban crypto everywhere. For what reason? And she's lied about it. Like if she could come up with an actual concise thought onto why crypto is bad, I might listen. But all I hear is that there's money laundering and horrible things happening with crypto when in fact, that's not the reality. So anyways, let's go in and watch this clip. And if you can't afford to donate to John, you don't have to. Just you repost, you retweet, you comment, you go hard on social media. Make content. I don't care. But let's go ahead and listen to this together because it's very, very important.
Massachusetts politics, and he wants to challenge Senator Elizabeth Warren as the Democrat runs for a third term. WBZ political analyst John Keller takes a look at Republican John Deaton and what his announcement video tells us.
I am running for U.S. Senate to continue my life's mission to shake things up for the people who need it most.
And the announcement video of Swansea attorney John Deaton tells a story not unlike that of the incumbent he wants to unseat.
When I was growing up in Oklahoma, all three of my brothers went off to the military. That was their ticket to the middle class.
Warren has always emphasized her humble roots, but Deaton says he can top that.
Highland Park, Detroit. I grew up in real poverty.
That's so funny because it's like the battle of poverty, which is hilarious. And Elizabeth Warren's like, yeah, my brothers went away to war. They're veterans. And I'm happy. Like, thank you so much for your service. I appreciate their service, not your grifting. So shut the hell up. You're being disrespectful to a veteran here. Like, the fact that your brothers went away and they served our country, I appreciate that. I support our veterans. But the way that your story is different than hers. Okay? Your guys' stories is different. And I rock with people like John. I rock with that because I'm not going to get into the social issue thing, but I rock with that. John's my people.
And does this self-description remind you of anyone?
I fought for the little guy.
They're trying to be like, oh, does this description remind you of anyone? I fought for the little guy. He actually did fight for the little guy. He is not going after an entire industry that is here to improve the quality of life of people globally like you are, Miss Warren. And he's not lying. He's not lying at all, any way, shape, or form. Why does he need to lie? The proof is in the pudding.
I took on the greedy corporations and the heartless insurance companies, and I won. Take on Washington corruption.
Deaton's video cites corruption while showing Warren's picture, but makes no specific claim against her, a standard ad maker's trick.
She gives lectures and plays politics.
She does. She gives lectures. Why is she worth $67 million at a $200,000 a year salary and her monthly income is $400,000? How is she for the people? I'm telling you right now, if I was in her position and if I was worth $67 million and my fellow Americans were suffering egregiously like they are today, and I was making $200,000 a month from other income, I would forego my salary as a public servant. Forego it. The $200,000 a year, I would forego it. I would keep my grifting doing my other stuff, but I would forego it because that's taxpayer dollars.
And gets nothing done for Massachusetts.
But what a coincidence. Warren just released a report documenting her role in winning $50 billion in federal funds for Massachusetts.
How much of that money is going to actually go to the people? It's not. It's going to go to the companies and all the other... Let me rephrase that. The money that she got from this initiative, the $50 billion, it's not going to go to the people. It never goes to the people. It's not going to go to the local contractors. It's not going to go to the local businesses. That's not the way it works. What happens anytime you do work for a city, what happens is the city and the government people, they've got their special contractors that everybody's bribing each other. It's a big old circle J. And the small guys don't get a chance. That's just the way it works. It works in LA this way. It works everywhere else this way.
Over the past decade.
I took on the Washington insiders, and I won.
A reference to an ongoing crypto lawsuit where Deaton's clients won a split decision, now under appeal.
Sam Bankman-Fried and other crypto...
It wasn't a split decision, and it's really not under appeal. It is what it is. And you know what the problem is? Because of the SEC's inability to do their job, that's what happened. And as far as Elizabeth Warren talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, that's a bad actor. That is not crypto. Any way, shape, or form. And why? Why did your president, Miss Warren, accept money from Sam Bankman-Fried? Why did the SEC get in meetings with him, but they wouldn't get in meetings with other people? That's what we want to know.
Billionaires argue crypto is special.
But at the very least, look for the pros and cons of crypto to get an airing in the Deaton-Warren race.
So a lot of people might remember Scott Brown creating that upset for the Senate seat back in, it was 14 years ago.
2010.
What do you think Deaton's chances are of pulling off a similar upset?
Well, there's some big differences. Scott Brown was an experienced politician. He had run for office multiple times. Mr. Deaton's a novice. I'm looking forward to meeting him, and obviously, you never say never. But, Paul, I think perhaps his biggest obstacle, setting aside money and name recognition and all that, is he's got to share the ballot next November with a name that is not popular in Massachusetts, and a name that he didn't mention at all in his lengthy announcement video, and that would be Donald J. Trump.
Interesting. We shall see. John Keller, thank you.
Why does that matter? Why does it matter? And why do they always go? Why do they always go? If you want to run Republican, why do they always go to him? Why? You can be part of that party and not support some of the things that he does. But it's too hard for people to use critical thinking. Why? Because it's hard. And then you have to look at different caveats, and then you have a possibility that you have to admit you're wrong. That's why. But they don't care. And this over here, we're seeing a lot of people from crypto. Shout out to Jesse Powell from Kraken. He said, I just max donated Deaton for Senator, craving some cornbread and beans. Good for you. Good for you. And then over here, oh, this is an Idaho bill we'll talk about. But yeah, if you cannot afford to donate to Deaton, you don't have to. What you can do to help out is you can share, you can repost, you can post on Facebook. I don't care where you post, but post, let people know, and let people know why. And say it with your chest. Yeah, she did lie about being a minority, about being a Native American. Disgusting. I couldn't. I could never do that. My daughter Lo, that's like 5% Native American. She's mad. She's mad. D actually has his card. Also, by the way. And he doesn't like her. All right, let's talk about this story. New, Idaho becomes the latest state to introduce a bill to protect the right to custody and trade Bitcoin. Good for you, Idaho. Good for you. All right, so I don't know much about it, but good for them. Congratulations, Idaho. England's Law Commission seeks views on draft legislation to label crypto as property. The Law Commission also called for evidence on its project on digital assets and electronic trade documents and private international laws. Let's read about this. This is England people stuff. Last year's report recognized property rights for crypto, tokens, and NFTs. Consultation responses due by March 22nd, so we still have time. Responses to inform the final crypto property bill and international documentation project. Commission acknowledges challenges in applying traditional law methods to digitization and decentralization. And the Electronic Trade Document Act allows digitization of trade documents, became law in the UK last year. Cool. Fantastic. Now let's get into this right over here. This is a stupid story. Bitcoin has failed to become a global decentralized digital currency, instead falling victim to fraud and manipulation. The recent approval of the ETF doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin is costly, slow, and inconvenient, argues the ECG blog. Okay, so this is the European Central Bank that's coming out. Last time I checked, what does the European Central Bank have to do with Bitcoin spot ETFs in the United States of America, number one? Number two, let's go ahead and dissect this with what they're saying. And I love that they got community notes. Number one, Bitcoin is not preferential for criminals. Fiat is, because again, you can track it. Bitcoin is an open monetary protocol and decentralized store of value, which it is 100%. The euro is losing its purchasing power against Bitcoin consistently, and Bitcoin is good for the environment. Good. So these are all the different links y'all can go ahead and review. Okay. It's pathetic and it is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But again, they're going to continue to say these things. And the reason why they're going to continue to say these things is because they want fiat to stay. They want fiat to be here. They don't want fiat to go anywhere. And they want to continue to oppress you. Next, smash a like. This is from Mr. Paul from Coinbase, legal guy. Today, Coinbase responded to the SEC's request for a comment on the proposed grayscale Ethereum trust. ETP, 27 pages and 96 citations that provide 1, legal, 2, technical, and 3, economic rationale for the approval. Let's go ahead and just get the meat and beans over here. They emphasize that the Ethereum is treated as a commodity, not as a security, points to Ethereum's proof-of-stake governance and strong characteristics, and states that Ethereum is as resilient as Bitcoin in meeting ETP approval standards, and Coinbase emphasizes commitment to supporting innovation and fostering a transparent crypto ecosystem. I'm going to tell you right now, we will be getting an Ethereum spot ETF. The SEC is going to delay it as much as they can, but we're getting one. We're getting one. Pump my bags, baby. Pump my bags all the way to $10,000 per Ethereum. Because if that happens, I'm going to have a nice amount of money and I can get all the properties I want and never have to worry about it again. Woo! Anyways, next story. Kwon will be extradited to U.S. following last-ditch effort in Montenegrin court report. In an extradition, one jurisdiction delivers a person accused or convicted of committing a crime in another jurisdiction over to the other law's enforcement. The Montenegro High Court rejected the request to extradite Kwon to South Korea before the U.S. Kwon has been in Montenegro since March 2023, facing charges related to the terror collapse. SEC has a civil case against Kwon Terror set for trial of March 25th. This is just like a big back and forth thing. And it's just, it's going to take forever. It really, really is. And I wonder, I really wonder when we talk about the crypto contagion, I really wonder, how much of this was FTX, then Celsius, then the BlockFi, then the Voyager, then the CoinFlex, I think. All these different companies. But I wonder how much of this is all tied. It's just weird. And they're not going to come out and say it. And I thoroughly believe the crypto contagion was initiated by Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't really think it was him. I feel like it was his parents and other people. I feel like it was the blue people that did it. That's just my opinion, though. And of course, we have to talk about this. Apparently, when it comes to yugalabs, Bored Ape creator yugalabs welcomes back Greg Solano as CEO. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what's happening. All I know is it's a complete and utter S show. So there's that piece of information. I've been on time today. This stream is calming your soul today. Good for you. I'm happy to help. Warren is special interest. Anyways, you guys, I need to go. I have to go because I have to leave soon and I'm really stressed out. And I'm also cold. I want to go put socks on. And I have to go running too because I'm chubby. But anyways, I'm going to Mexico. Tomorrow is going to be a different type of live stream. It's going to be from my phone. Anyways, you guys, sending you love and light. WendyO is out. I've got a video for you guys about AI coming out 3:30 p.m. PST. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.